You're here because you feel it, aren't you? That quiet ache deep in your chest, a whisper that something's missing. You're surrounded by people, friends, colleagues, loved ones, yet you feel unseen, like a shadow in your own life. You smile when expected, nod on cue, keep moving through the motions, but inside, there's a hollow space, a sense that you're living for everyone but you. The world's noise, notifications, obligations, endless chatter drowns out your thoughts, leaving you tired, fragmented, wondering who you've become. You're not alone in this, but you feel alone, don't you? The weight of the world's expectations. You've tried to fit in, haven't you? To be the reliable friend, the dutiful worker, the perfect partner, silencing your doubts with busyness. You've poured yourself into roles that don't feel like yours, chasing approval, fearing disapproval, hoping to prove your worth. But each effort pulls you further from your core, like a thread unraveling from your soul. You're not weak. You're stretched thin, scattered across expectations that weigh heavier every day. The noise that silences you. The clamor never stops, does it? Your phone buzzes, your inbox overflows, conversations swirl around you, demanding your attention. You're pulled in every direction, reacting, performing, adapting, until your own voice becomes a faint echo. You're not lost. You're buried, covered by layers of noise that make it hard to hear what's true. You've forgotten what it feels like to pause, to breathe, to just be you, without the world's demands shaping your every move. Solitude's gentle invitation. What if the answer isn't out there, in more connections or louder successes, but within you, in the stillness only solitude can offer? Stoicism, the ancient wisdom of Zeno, Cleanthes, and Epictetus, teaches that to find yourself, you must walk alone, not to escape others, but to stop escaping you. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's a sacred space where you can hear your own thoughts, feel your own heart, and rediscover the strength that's always been yours. You're not running away. You're running toward yourself, toward a truth the world can't give you. Your journey begins. This video isn't just advice. It's a journey through 7 Stoic principles to unlock your true self through solitude. Each principle is a threshold, a step to shed what weighs you down and reclaim what's yours. You're not here by chance. You're ready to face the quiet, to confront the fears, to find the courage within. You've felt that ache long enough, haven't you? It's time to listen to it, to let it guide you inward. Write in the comments, "I'm ready to find myself." This is your commitment, your spark, your promise to yourself. Picture me sitting beside you, seeing your strength, ready to walk this path together. The noise fades now. Let's step into the silence and begin. Chapter 1. Your true rhythm awaits in silence. You've been running, haven't you? Chasing the world's tempo. Endless deadlines, unspoken expectations, the relentless drumbeat of shoulds that dictate your every move. You move too fast, heart pounding to keep up, or drag too slow, weighed down by demands that don't feel like yours. It's exhausting, isn't it? Like dancing to a song that grates against your soul. Cleanthes taught that your soul has its own cadence, a unique rhythm buried beneath the clamor of modern life. You're not lazy or lost. You're out of sync, your inner beat muffled by the chaos that surrounds you, pulling you from who you truly are. The noise that steals your voice. You feel it, don't you? The notifications pinging, the chatter filling every pause, the pressure to respond, to perform, to be someone for everyone else. It's a storm that drowns your thoughts, leaving you grasping for a moment of quiet. You've tried to keep up, to be the reliable friend, the diligent worker, but each step feels heavier, like wading through quicksand. You're not failing, you're stretched thin, your voice a faint whisper under the weight of the world's demands, barely audible even to you. The world's tempo isn't yours. You've lived by others' rhythms, haven't you? Waking to alarms set by work, moving to schedules shaped by obligations, speaking when expected, silent when not. You've molded yourself to fit their pace, but it's left you tired, disconnected, like a stranger in your own skin. You've rushed through mornings, hurried through conversations, all to meet a tempo that feels foreign. Zeno said haste breeds fragility, but your steady pace builds strength. You don't need to match the world's rush. You need to feel your own heartbeat, steady and true, guiding you back to yourself. Solitude's quiet call. Solitude is your chance to hear again, to step away from the clamor and find your rhythm. You're not running from life, you're reclaiming it, one deliberate step at a time. Find a quiet place today, a park, a street, a corner of your home, and walk slowly, phone off, each step matching your breath. Notice the ground beneath you, the air brushing your skin, the subtle sounds around you. You're not escaping, you're returning, aligning with a cadence that's yours alone, a rhythm that feels like home. Take back your pace. You've been taught to hurry, haven't you? To fill every moment with action, to prove your worth through motion. Society rewards speed, doesn't it? Praising those who never pause. But Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from within, not from following the crowd's frenzy. You're not lazy for wanting to slow down. You're wise, choosing a pace that honors your soul. As you walk, let the world's urgency fade. Feel how your thoughts settle, how your heart steadies. You're not copying anymore. You're listening, rediscovering a beat that's always been there, waiting for you to claim it. Your strength in stillness. This isn't about isolation. It's about presence, about being fully with yourself. You're not abandoning the world. You're grounding yourself in it, rooted in your own rhythm. Musonius Rufus said the wise need no one's tempo but their own, and you're finding that now, aren't you? You're not lost. You're coming home, one step at a time, to a life that moves with you, not against you. Today, take 20 minutes to walk alone, feeling each step, each breath, noticing how your body aligns with your soul. You're not just walking, you're reclaiming, building a strength no noise can shake, a rhythm that carries you forward, steady and true. Chapter 2. Solitude. Burns away. Illusions. You've felt that fear, haven't you? The dread of being alone, not because it's empty, but because it's raw, like standing before a fire that sees through every mask you've ever worn. You've filled silence with noise, scrolling endlessly, talking to avoid the quiet, anything to escape the mirror of your own thoughts. Epictetus compared solitude to fire, refining gold by burning away what's false. You're not weak for fearing this. You're human, shaped by a world that taught you to flee the quiet where doubts, regrets, and wounds rise to the surface. The masks you've worn, you've hidden, haven't you? Behind smiles that don't reach your eyes, roles you play to please others, the person you think the world needs. You've buried contradictions, dreams you shelved, fears you ignored, thinking they'd fade with time. They haven't, have they? They linger, heavy, pulling you from your truth, making you feel like a stranger to yourself. You're not broken, you're covered, weighed down by illusions you've clung to for safety, for acceptance, for a sense of belonging that never quite arrives. The fire you feared. Solitude isn't a void, it's a crucible, a fire that demands you face what you've buried. You're not breaking under its heat. You're being refined, stripped of masks that never served you. Zeno taught that what burns away isn't you. It's the ego, the fears, the roles you've played to fit in. You've avoided this fire, haven't you? Afraid it would consume you, expose you, leave you bare. But it's not destruction, it's revelation. Clearing what's false to show what's true. What's always been yours beneath the layers. Step into the flames. Spend an hour alone today. No distractions. And write what surfaces, fears you've dodged, regrets you've buried, truths you've whispered only to yourself. Let the discomfort rise, the thoughts you pushed away for so long. You're not running from pain. You're letting it shape you, burning away what's not yours. Feel the intensity, the rawness of facing yourself without pretense. Write without censoring. Let the words spill, messy and real, as if you're speaking to a friend who listens without judgment. You're not unraveling. You're uncovering, layer by layer, a self untainted by the world's expectations. Your truth emerges. This fire doesn't destroy, it purifies, doesn't it? You're not losing yourself. You're finding what's unbreakable within, a core that no chaos can touch. Musonius Rufus said true strength is forged in trials, and solitude is your trial, your chance to face the illusions you've carried too long. You've hidden wounds, haven't you? Thinking they define you, make you less. They don't. They refine you, showing you what's resilient, what's yours. You're not fragile. You're forging a clearer, stronger you, one that shines through the ashes of what was never meant to stay. The clarity you gain. You've feared solitude's heat, but it's not your enemy. It's your teacher, guiding you to a truth you've always known. Cleanthes taught that the soul clarifies in stillness, and this fire is your stillness, your chance to see yourself without the world's distortions. You're not alone in this. You're with yourself, learning to trust the strength within, to lean into the discomfort that shapes you. Today, as you write, notice how the fear softens, how clarity grows, how the fire reveals a self you've always carried. You're not burning, you're rising, a light refined by solitude's honest flame, ready to live as you were meant to, whole and true. Chapter 3. Peace lies in letting go. You've chased peace, haven't you? Planning every detail of your life, silencing disruptions, trying to tame the chaos that seems to follow you. Yet the restlessness clings, doesn't it? A shadow you can't outrun, gnawing at your calm no matter how hard you try. Cleanthes taught that peace isn't forced. It's received when you stop fighting and start listening, when you let the world unfold as it will. You're not failing. You're exhausted, battling a storm you can't control, gripping too tightly to a vision of how life should be. The struggle that drains you. You feel it, don't you? The tension of holding everything together. The weight of needing your days to align with your plans. You've organized your schedule, adjusted your responses, pushed harder to make things right, but the agitation persists, doesn't it? Like a knot that won't loosen. You're not weak, you're tired, pouring energy into fixing what won't bend. You've mistaken control for peace, haven't you? Believing a perfect life would quiet your soul, would finally let you rest. The illusion of control. You've tried to fix it all, haven't you? The overflowing inbox, the strained conversations, the endless tasks that pile up. You've told yourself that if you could just get it right, balance work, family, yourself, peace would follow. But life doesn't bend, does it? It shifts, surprises, resists your grasp, leaving you frustrated, drained, still searching. Zeno said, "Tumult is a lie, but stillness is truth." You're not failing, you're learning, realizing that peace doesn't come from a flawless world, but from a heart that rests within it. Solitude's gentle release. Solitude invites you to pause, to release the need to control. You're not surrendering, you're choosing what matters, letting thoughts drift like clouds without chasing them. Sit in silence for 10 minutes today, eyes closed, letting thoughts pass without grasping. Notice how they come and go, how they don't define you. You're not weak for pausing, you're wise, creating space for peace to settle. Feel your breath, slow and steady, anchoring you to this moment. You're not lost, you're present, finding a calm that's yours alone. Feel the stillness. You've feared this quiet, haven't you? Thinking it would leave you empty, exposed, without answers. But it's not emptiness. It's openness. A space where your soul can breathe, free from the world's demands. Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from within, not from a perfect life. As you sit, notice how the tension softens, how your heart steadies. You're not restless, you're resting, building a stillness that holds you steady no matter the storm. You're not chasing peace, you're uncovering it, layer by layer, as you shed the need to fix everything. Your inner peace. This isn't about perfection, it's about presence, about being here now without fighting what is. Marcus Aurelius said the wise need no external order, and you're finding that, aren't you? You're not empty in this silence, you're whole, embracing a calm that's always been within you. Today, as you pause, feel the peace grow, subtle but strong, like a quiet stream beneath the noise. You're not struggling, you're settling into a stillness that's yours, a peace no chaos can break. You're not lost, you're home, resting in the truth that you are enough, just as you are. Chapter 4. Shed the weight of others' expectations. You've carried burdens, haven't you? Obligations you didn't choose, roles you've played to keep others happy, expectations that feel like chains around your heart. They're heavy, aren't they, pulling you from your path, making every step feel like a struggle against an invisible tide. Zeno warned we bear more borrowed weight than our own, living for approval rather than truth. You're not selfish for feeling this. You're exhausted, stretched thin by a life shaped by others' demands, by the need to be what they expect, the weight you didn't choose. You've said yes when your heart screamed no, haven't you? Stayed silent to avoid conflict, taken on tasks to prove your worth, to be the good friend, the reliable colleague, the perfect child. Each choice added another stone to your load, didn't it? Until you felt crushed, not by failure but by duty. You're not weak, you're weary, carrying what others placed on you, losing yourself in their needs, their judgments, their unspoken rules, the lies. You've lived. You've believed you had to, haven't you? That saying no would make you cruel, that stepping back would make you selfish, that disappointing others would make you less. But those are lies, taught by a world that values your compliance over your truth. Marcus Aurelius taught that shedding what's false uncovers what's true. You're not betraying others, you're honoring yourself, choosing a life that's yours, not a script written by someone else's expectations. Solitude's liberating truth. Solitude reveals what you've carried. The need to please, the fear of letting down, the roles you've worn like armor to shield you from disapproval. You're not losing by letting go. You're gaining freedom, keeping only what aligns with your soul. Write down one expectation you've shouldered today, a duty, a role, a promise, and choose to release it. Say no, gently but firmly, or step back from what drains you. Feel the weight lift, the space it creates. You're not poorer. You're lighter. Walk in a path that's yours, unburdened by what never belonged. Release and rise. You've feared this release, haven't you? Worried it would leave you alone, unloved, unworthy. But it's not loneliness. It's liberation, a chance to breathe without the pressure of others' gazes. Cleanthes said your soul has its own cadence, and you can't hear it under borrowed burdens. You're not abandoning, you're reclaiming, choosing what resonates with your core, what feels true to you. As you let go, notice the freedom, the lightness in your step, the quiet strength that grows. You're not empty, you're free, moving toward a life that aligns with your heart. Your true path. This isn't about isolation, it's about integrity, about living for you, not for their approval. You're not rejecting others, you're prioritizing yourself, building a life that feels like home. Epictetus taught that your worth is within, not in others' nods. You're not wandering, you're rooted, stepping toward a truth that's yours alone. Today, as you release that burden, feel the shift, the clarity. You're not letting go of love, you're embracing your own, a love that starts with you, steady and unshaken. Chapter 5. Your fear of solitude is not your own. You've felt that dread, haven't you? The pang of being alone, the worry that it means you're lacking, unworthy, unseen, like a stain you can't wash away. It's sharp, isn't it, cutting deeper than you'd admit, whispering that without others, you're not enough? Zeno taught that this fear isn't yours. It's learned, a shadow cast by a world that equates solitude with failure. You're not broken. You're trapped, judging yourself through eyes that don't see your truth, tethered to a lie you didn't write. The conditioning you've carried. You've been taught to fear it, haven't you? From childhood, you heard that being alone means exclusion, sadness, missing out on life's pulse. Parents, peers, society, they all said connection is everything. That quiet is a flaw, a sign you're less. You've internalized those voices, haven't you? Feeling shame when you're not surrounded, not needed. You're not weak for feeling this. You're human, shaped by a culture that fears silence as much as you do. But that fear isn't truth. It's conditioning, a narrative you've lived too long. The weight of others' judgments. You've avoided solitude, haven't you? Kept your phone on, filled pauses with noise, stayed in crowds to escape the judgment of being alone. You've worried what they'd think, friends, strangers, if you sat by yourself, ate by yourself, lived a moment without company. You're not hiding. You're caught, tethered to a fear of their gaze, their whispers, their assumptions. Musonius Rufus said freedom comes from needing no one's approval, and you're craving that freedom, aren't you? Deep down where the truth lives, solitude's gentle truth. Solitude lets you unravel this lie, showing that being alone isn't absence but presence, a space where you define your worth. You're not fleeing, you're discovering, stepping into a quiet where no one else's judgment can reach you. Eat a meal alone today, phone off, and sit with the discomfort. Notice the thoughts, the unease that bubbles up. You're not weak for feeling it, you're brave, facing a fear you didn't choose. Feel your breath, your presence, the simple act of being with yourself. You're not empty. You're enough, whole in this moment. Break the chains. You've believed you needed others to feel real, haven't you? that their laughter, their nods, their company made you valid. But Epictetus taught that your worth is within, not in their eyes, not in their presence. You're not alone in this fear. You're breaking free, dismantling a belief that was never yours, that was sown into you by a world afraid of its own silence. As you eat alone, notice how the world doesn't end, how you're still here, steady, alive. You're not lacking. You're learning, finding strength in your own company, in the quiet that holds you, your inner freedom. This isn't about cutting ties. It's about building one, with yourself, the most vital connection of all. You're not rejecting love. You're redefining it, starting with the love you give yourself. Cleanthes said the wise carry their own rhythm, and you're finding yours, aren't you, in this moment of solitude? You're not lost. You're rooted, standing firm in a truth that's yours alone. Today, as you sit alone, feel the fear soften, the freedom grow, the strength that comes from needing no one else to tell you you're enough. You're not alone. You're sovereign, complete in the quiet where you belong. Chapter 6. Others' gaze blinds you to yourself. You've sought yourself in others, haven't you? Their smiles, their approval, their validation shaped who you thought you were, like a puzzle you tried to solve with their pieces. But it's a maze, isn't it? Leaving you further from home with every turn, every nod you chased. Cleanthes warned that living for others' eyes makes you forget your own reflection, your own truth. You're not weak for wanting love, you're human, but you've bent yourself to fit their expectations, losing your voice, your heart in the process. The mirror that lies. You've molded yourself, haven't you? Said what they wanted to hear, done what they needed, hoping their acceptance would tell you who you are. Each compromise cost you, didn't it? A piece of your truth traded for their fleeting approval? You've smiled when you wanted to cry, stayed when you wanted to leave, all to be seen, to be enough. You're not invisible. You're obscured, buried under masks you've worn so long you're not sure where they end and you begin. The cost of conformity. You've felt it, haven't you? The emptiness after pleasing everyone. The ache of not knowing what you want, what you believe. You've lived by their rules, their expectations, and found yourself emptier for it, haven't you? Like a house decorated for someone else. Zeno said you weren't made to be another's shadow, yet you've dimmed your light to fit their frame to avoid their judgment. You're not failing. You're lost, seeking yourself in a mirror that distorts, that shows you only what they want to see. Solitude's clear reflection. Solitude breaks this mirror, forcing you to face yourself without external light, without the distortion of others' gazes. You're not fading. You're emerging, seeking your truth in the quiet where no one else can define you. Journal one choice you made for others today, something you said, did, or avoided, and what you'd choose for yourself. Write it raw, honest, unfiltered, as if no one else will read it. You're not betraying anyone. You're honoring your truth, stepping away from their light to find your own, to see your own reflection clearly. Uncover your voice. You've feared this clarity, haven't you? Worried it would leave you alone, unloved, unseen. But it's not loneliness, it's liberation, a chance to hear your own voice, to know your own desires. Epictetus taught that your worth is within, not in their nods, not in their applause. As you write, notice the freedom in choosing for you, the strength in naming what's yours. You're not lost. You're seen by the one who matters most, you. Feel the weight of their expectations lift, the space it creates for your truth to breathe, your authentic self. This isn't about rejection, it's about reconnection, about finding the self you've buried under others' needs. You're not pushing love away, You're pulling yourself closer, aligning with your core, with what makes you you. Musonius Rufus said the wise need no one's validation, and you're stepping toward that wisdom, aren't you? You're not seeking, you're standing, grounded in a truth no one else can shape. Today, as you journal, feel the clarity grow, the strength that comes from choosing yourself. You're not a shadow, you're a light, shining with a purpose that's yours alone, burning bright in the quiet where you belong. Chapter 7. Your essence shines in solitude's stillness. You've searched everywhere, haven't you? In achievements that gleam, relationships that promise, noise that distracts, hoping to find yourself, to feel whole. Yet the harder you looked, the further you felt from home, like chasing a horizon that slips away with every step. Zeno taught that when all else fades, roles, desires, distractions, what remains is you, your unadorned essence, pure and whole, untouched by the world's chaos. You're not broken. You're buried, covered by layers of illusions and expectations, waiting to be uncovered. The search that exhausts you. You felt it, haven't you? The ache of not finding, the weight of chasing what others deem worthy. Success, love, recognition. You've built a life to impress, to belong, but it's left you empty, hasn't it? Wondering if you're enough, if you'll ever be enough. You're not failing. You're searching in the wrong places, looking outward when your truth lies within, quiet and steady. You feared solitude's stillness, thinking it would strip you bare, leave you with nothing, but it's where your core waits, unshaken, eternal. The illusions you've carried. You've clung to roles, haven't you? The worker who never rests, the friend who always listens, the hero who never falters, thinking they define you, prove you. You've chased goals, approvals, hoping they'd fill the void, but they haven't, have they? Leaving you hollow despite the trophies. Musonius Rufus said loss initiates what can't be bought, and solitude is your loss, stripping what's false to reveal what's eternal. You're not starting over, you're recognizing what's always been there, beneath the noise, beneath the masks. Solitude's sacred space. Solitude isn't emptiness, it's fullness, a space where you shed what's not yours to find what is, a sanctuary where your essence shines. Spend 15 minutes alone today asking, what remains when I let everything go? Write the answer, no matter how small, a feeling, a memory, a quiet truth. You're not grasping, you're uncovering, finding what nothing can take, what no chaos can dim. Feel its quiet strength, its steady presence, like a light that's never flickered, even in your darkest moments. You're not lost, you're found. Uncover your core. You've feared this quiet, haven't you? Worried it would expose your flaws, your doubts, your fears. But it's not judgment. It's revelation, showing you a self untouched by the world's distortions, a self that's enough just as it is. Cleanthes taught that your soul holds its own light, and solitude lets you see it, clear and bright, burning steady beneath the layers you've carried. You're not rebuilding, you're revealing, embracing a truth that's always been yours, waiting for you to claim it. As you write, notice how the noise fades, how your essence shines, quiet but powerful, your unshakable truth. This isn't about reinvention, it's about reunion, about returning to the self that's always been, steady beneath the clamor of the world. Epictetus taught that your worth is within, not in what you achieve, not in what others see. You're not searching, you're home, whole in the stillness where you belong. Today, as you sit alone, feel the peace, the strength, the quiet certainty that you are enough. You're not empty, you're complete, a light no darkness can dim, a truth no noise can drown. You're not lost, you're found, standing firm in the essence that's always been yours, ready to live as you were meant to, free and true. You've walked through 7 thresholds, haven't you? From the noise that drowned your rhythm to the stillness that revealed your essence, you faced solitude's fire and emerged clearer, stronger, whole. You're not the person who started this video. You've shed what wasn't yours, confronted fears that never belonged, and found a truth no noise can touch. Stoicism has shown you that solitude isn't loneliness. It's liberation, a path to the self you've always been, steady and unshaken. You've felt that ache, that longing to be seen, and now you see yourself, don't you? Not through others' eyes, but through your own, clear and true. You're not chasing anymore. You're living, aligned with a rhythm that's yours alone. Each step you've taken, each moment of quiet, has brought you closer to home, to a strength that no chaos can break. Write in the comments, "I'm ready to find myself," and share which principle struck deepest, your rhythm, your essence, or another. This is your vow, your spark, your promise to keep walking. Subscribe and hit the bell to continue this journey with us. Share this video with someone still lost in the noise, someone who needs to hear their own voice. You're not searching for yourself. You're standing as yourself, grounded, complete, and free. The world's clamor can't pull you away anymore. You've found your center, your truth, your light. Keep walking step by steady step toward the life that's truly yours.